Hello students. In the previous video I told you people to do first 10 sums of exercise 6.1, and now let us complete the exercise. We will discuss few sums from the exercise so that you can complete it. So let us start with sum number 11. It is given a particle moves along the curve and the equation of curve is given 6y equals to x cube plus 2, and we have to find the points on the curve when y coordinate is changing 8 times as fast as the x coordinate. It means what is given here when the y coordinate is changing, that means the rate of change of y coordinate is 8 times as fast as the x coordinate is changing. So this thing is given to us, so we can use it. Since we have to find the points, the given equation of curve we will mark it as 1. So let us differentiate 1 with respect to time t, right? So it will be 6 times dy by dt is equal to x cube. So when we differentiate x cube with respect to t, first we will apply the power rule. It will become 3x square into dx by dt. The derivative of 2 with respect to t, it will become 0, right? So differentiation is done. Here we have dy by dt and this side we have dx upon dt, but we are given the relationship between dy by dt and dx by dt. So if we use here this given equation or relation, we can substitute the value of dy by dt as dx by dt. So let us substitute here. It will become 6 into 8 times dx by dt is equal to 3x square dx by dt, right? So it is becoming 48 minus 3x square dx by dt equal to 0. Since we have to find the points, it means we have to get the value of x corresponding to x. I can get the value of y. So when I have here the product of these two terms equal to 0, we know dx by dt can't be 0 because it is the change in x with respect to t. So the change cannot be 0, and it means this other bracket is equal to 0. We will write down it implies 48 minus 3x square is 0. So that is 3x square is 48. So x square is x square is 16, and the value of x will be plus minus 4, right? Now we got the value of x plus minus 4. It means if I substitute the value of x in the given equation or in the given curve, we will get the corresponding values of y. So here we can substitute. So substitute value of x in 1. Okay, so we are getting here 6y is equal to, when we put plus 4 into 4, it is 64 plus 2. So y is equals to 66 upon 6, that is 11, and the other will be 6y is equals to minus 64 plus 2, right? So the value of y will be minus 62 upon 6, right? You can divide it by 2. This will be 3 and 3 1. So here the point will be minus 31 by 3. Now both the values are done. We will write down therefore required point. What are the required points then? The first point is when x is 4, y is getting 11. And the second point is when x is minus 4, it is minus 31 by 3. So this is sum number 11. We can do it easily. There is no problem. Whatever given curve is there, we have differentiated, and by equating to 0 from this bracket, we are getting the value of x corresponding to which we are getting different values of y also, right? This is sum number 11. Sum number 12 is given the radius of an air bubble is increasing. Now, what is the shape of the air bubble? Again, it is spherical, right? and the radius is given, radius of an air bubble is increasing. So let me tell you in sum number 12, the change in radius with respect to time, it is given 1 by 2 centimeter per second. At what rate is the volume of the bubble is increasing? So once again, you have to find dV by dt when the radius is 1 centimeter. Since it is a sphere, so the volume again it will be 4 by 3 pi r cube. So when you differentiate the volume with respect to t, you will get 4 by 3 pi power rule, and the same thing where you are getting dr by dt, this value you will substitute, and in place of r the value 1 you will substitute, and you are getting your answer, right? Sum number 13, again balloon, and it is a spherical in shape. You people can do here, diameter is given, so the radius will be half of the diameter. It will be done easily. Now sum number 14 we will do. Sand is pouring from a pipe at the rate of, sum number 14, it is important sum. What is given here? Sand is pouring from a pipe at the rate of 12 centimeter cube per second. So when you look at the units, it means the volume is given, right? Change in volume with respect to time is given. Second line is saying the following sand forms a cone on the ground in such a way that the height of the cone is always 1/6 of the radius of the base. So first of all, what is given here? Rate of change of volume. Now since the sand which is falling on the ground, it is forming a cone, so rate of change of volume of cone with respect to time is given, right? So if I write down dV by dt is given here 12 cc per second, and the next important thing is given, the height of the cone is always 1/6 of the radius of the base. So height is always 1 by 6 times radius of the base. It implies the value of r can be substituted here, 6h. Now what we have to find, how fast is the height of the sand of the cone increasing when the height is 4 centimeter. So we have to find the change in the height, how fast the height is increasing. So when the height is increasing, it will be again with respect to time only. So we have to find dH by dt. When we have to find when the height of that fallen sand is 4 centimeter. When the height of the cone is 4 centimeter, we have to find how fast the height is increasing. Okay, so since the fallen sand is forming the cone, so we need the volume of the cone. What is the volume of the cone? It is 1 by 3 pi r square h. Okay, so dV by dt we will find here 1 by 3 pi is constant. Okay, we have here two variables r and h. So what we will do here, we are given one relationship between r and h. So we will substitute the value of r as 6h. We are not putting the value of h as 1 by 6r. Why? Because we have to find dH by dt. So in the formula I need h, but r we can substitute in terms of h. Okay, so this is the reason I am not putting the value of h, but we will put the value of r in terms of h. So here let us substitute the value first. The value of r is 6h square into h. So it will become 3 1 6 will get cancelled. It will be 12 pi h cube. Okay, so this is now new volume in terms of height only. So 1 by 3, it means when I differentiate this volume 12 pi h cube with respect to t, right, it will be 12 pi constant, it will come as such. When we differentiate h cube according to power rule, 3h square will come into derivative of h with respect to t. Okay, I hope this step is clear, that why I am not using the value of h in terms of r but the value of r in terms of h, because we have to find dH by dt. how will I get if the whole formula is in terms of h? This is the reason. Now we are given the value in of change in volume with respect to time, that is 12. So we will substitute the value here. It is 12 equals to 12 pi into 3h square dh by dt. 12 and 12 will get cancelled, and at what point we have to find dh by dt? 4 centimeter. So this will become equals to 12 and 12 will be out. It implies dh by dt is equal to 1 upon 3h square pi. Right? Now when we have to find dh by dt, so dh by dt when h is equal to 4 centimeter. So let us substitute the value of h here. It will be 3 into 4 square pi. 4 into 4 16, 16 into 3 is 48, so it will be 1 upon 48 pi. Okay, this is done. Now we have dh by dt. So what will be the units? The units of height will be centimeter and time is second, so it will be centimeter per second. So this is how we will find dh by dt. Answer is 1 by 48 pi centimeter per second. Clear? Sum number 15 and 16. One sum if I explain, you people will be able to do it. Sum number 17, again rate of change of area of circle you can do. Sum number 18 is similar to sum number 15, 16. So let us do one here. We are given the total cost, right? The total cost is given C of x is equal to 0.007 x cube minus 0.003 x square plus 15x plus 4000. And we have to find the marginal cost, right? Now if this is the total cost TC, marginal cost MC is equal to rate of change of total cost with respect to the units produced, right? So what are the units produced here? X is representing the production of units, okay, means the production you can say, or the output you can say. So whenever total cost is given and we have to find the marginal cost, it will be equals to rate of change of total cost with respect to the production, or it can be also called output. So if this is given Cx, function is given here, marginal cost you will differentiate it with respect to x, and after that you have to find the marginal cost when 17 units are produced, right? So this you will find when x is equal to 17. I hope you can do it then. And now total revenue, sum number 16 also let me explain. One thing is given total revenue, and total revenue is given in the terms of R of x. Total revenue in rupees received from the sale of x units of a product, right? Total revenue is given, you have to find the marginal revenue. So marginal revenue here, it will be rate of change of total revenue with respect to the units sold out, right? So it will be dr by dx. Total cost if given, marginal cost will be change or rate of change of total cost with respect to the output or the items produced, and marginal cost, marginal revenue will be rate of change of total revenue with respect to the items sold, right? So this is the difference. C is also a function of x, so MC will be dc by dx. If TR is given, again function is of x, so MR will be dr by dx when x is equal to here 7, right? I hope you can do now, so you people can complete the exercise. If any doubt is there, you can ask. Thank you, students.